What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Self-Made DFS podcast for March 22nd, 2018. And I tried to get it going on Google Hangouts on my live on my computer, but for some reason I couldn't screen share. So that threw the whole process off. But stay with me. We having a little bit of technical difficulties, and I'm gonna try to get that back running tomorrow so we can get y'all a better format. But today we're gonna do the mobile format, which is still gonna be a good show. You know, I ain't gonna let y'all down, man. So without further ado, let's get ready and get y'all ready for tonight's 6-game slate, man. So we got a good slate tonight. We have New Orleans. They're on a rare back-to-back 3 games in 3 nights. So that's something to keep note of. And we got some key injuries and some key news that should help you be able to bring that money home tonight. You know, that's the goal here, man. I want to be the #1 independent DFS sites. It's allowed out there, but I'm going to be consistent, come with good information, and with the help of you guys, I feel like we can climb them charts and become the #1 independent DFS site, or source, whatever you want to call it. I think we got a chance to do that. So let's get into it, man. Now we're going to start off with our injuries and see who's in line for added usage today with somebody being out. So let's get started. Now, I've been drinking from this well a while now. Nicholas Batum, as we know, he's been out with the Achilles injury. It's not no secret. He's going to be out for a while. You know, I don't know if it's soreness or what it is, but he should miss probably the next 3 to 4 games. So with that being said, we know that Jeremy Lamb has stepped in for him, and I don't mind going back to that well, man. His price has not been rising the last 2 or 3 games. Even though he's been starting, his price has stayed around the same, which is good. So I'm sure you won't have a problem with fitting him in your lineup today. He's at 5,700, and we see last game he gave us 30 points again. Great value, man. 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he actually had me a little nervous because if you was watching the scores yesterday, Charlotte was actually getting whooped by Brooklyn. I want to say it was like 43 to like 62 at halftime, and I had played Dwight and Jeremy Lamb. But some told me just to, stay tight, don't get nervous. They should come back and win. And just like that, they came back and won. You didn't have Dwight. I did yesterday. He went off for 30 and 30. Huge game. One of the first 30 points, 30 rebound games since Kevin Love did it. So that helped me out a lot. But Lamb also came through, and you see the last 2 games he started. He got the 30 minutes, and he's able to hit value. So like I said, he's a 4 to 5 category dude, and I'm definitely gonna squeeze him into some lineups today with that value going against the tanking. Just sad story, man. The tanking Memphis Grizzlies, they shouldn't have no problem with beating them. Next, we gonna go out to LA. This is also a injury that I've been kind of using for a while. We know Brandon Ingram has been out with the groin injury. Now it's a little weird because this is his 9th straight, miss with a left groin strain. And I guess it's serious because, usually a groin strain, they probably out 3 to 4 games, but he's going on his he's going on his 9th contest miss. So it got to be something serious. And maybe they just don't want to rush that young prospect back, given that they're not guaranteed a playoff spot in the tough Western Conference. So we all know that Kyle Kuzma has stepped in that role. And like I say, I don't mind going back to him, man. He's definitely been giving you more than value. I love Kuzma. He can score, as you can see in these 2 games where he gave you 26, 20, 27. He's definitely a good scorer, great rebounder. He's not really much of a assist or steals guy or blocks. He can fill up other categories, but he is a main consistent source of points and rebounds, and price tag is lovely. He just had a great game against Indiana. His price only went up $300 more, so that's another great value that I feel like you can fit in your lineup and it won't hurt your budget that much. And the New Orleans Pelicans are ranked 24th in the NBA in defending the small forward position. So great DVP, great matchup, everything we want. Excuse me for that. Get back right. Yeah, all right, we good. But yeah, great matchup, everything. So I would definitely try to squeeze Kyle Kuzma in there at the small forward or power forward position. And the highest total too. I got a total off the Vegas website at 229. You know, other websites might say other numbers, but so far this is the highest total we got out the 6 games. So you definitely want to target this game and have a lot of players from that LA at New Orleans Pelicans game. Okay, and then this last one, this is a good value. You know, them was a little higher in the value. This one, you getting the bang for your buck. Recently, the young John Collins is injured. I don't know what the exact injury is. Let's see. I know he's hurt though. I want to say I think it's an ankle sprain. I'm not too sure. But John Collins he's been a great young player for the Hawks. Okay. Yep, ankle has officially been ruled out for Thursday game against the Kings. So with John Collins out, and we all know that with Ilyasova, he signed with the 76ers, so that opened up a starting power forward position for John Collins. But with him out, Mike Muscala, he should pick up the start again. He picked up the start last game against the Jazz, and if you got him, now he didn't give you crazy value, 21 points, but as we see with his last 5 or 6 games, 26, 29, 23, you know, he has the capability of filling up the stat sheet and giving you more than what he costs, you know what I'm saying, going 5 to 6 times his value. So that's very, very good to see. You know, we check out his stats. You know, he's another guy where he's not really a 5 to 4 category dude, but he can be a great source of points and rebounds. But what makes me interested in Muscala is that his matchup, the Kings are ranked 26 in the NBA in guarding the power forward position, so he definitely has the matchup. And if you you don't want to spend up at this position, I would definitely give Mike a look tonight going against the Kings team who's also in tank mode. So this game also has a 2-point spread. It has a 2-point spread, and that should be a close tight game. Last game on the slate, so you can get that late game ownership. You know, a lot of people don't like to wait for the last game to play. They want to see their guys earlier. So if you're looking for somebody cheap with most likely low ownership, definitely check out Mike Muscala from Atlanta Hawks. Now I want to get into my target game of the day, which is LA at New Orleans, man. Now the only thing make me nervous about this game is that this is New Orleans' 3rd game in 3 nights, but I feel like they're in a playoff hunt right now, so they don't really care about minutes or sitting anybody. You know, they're trying to stay afloat in the tight West, which one game can lead to you being 3rd or the AFC East. So I feel like they're gonna go hard and push the starters, man. You got to look at Anthony Davis in this game right now. This game is slated at 229 points, a 3-point spread favoring New Orleans, and I gotta go with him, man. Cousins is out, so we know he's been getting great value, and we can just go to his shot attempts to just see 14, 21, 24, 18, 19, 26. So the usage is there, man, and he got 100-point potential. Now I am a little hesitant because of the 3 games in 3 nights. As you can see, you know, he's kind of just been hovering around the 50 points. But in the slate like this where you don't have many studs, I would definitely get Anthony Davis a look. And we know LA is far from the best defensive team, so he could possibly give us a 70 to 90 point night tonight. Also on this game, on the flip side, we got Julius Randle, who he's been playing great, man. Now the matchup against Anthony Davis do make me a little bit nervous, but the way Julius Randle has been playing, you can't deny it. He's been one of the Lakers, you know, leading. He's been the Lakers' leading scorer, leading rebounder, and he's really stepped up. You know, I didn't think that he was gonna step up like he did, but with the injuries to Ingram and you know some of the moves they made, he's put himself in a spot to be a consistent source of just points and rebounds and assists for this team. And we looking at his game log, he's really done nothing but just give you value and more. You know, I think let's just basically say 30. He's basically averaging 30 points right now, fantasy points the last 20 games. And in a game that's the highest total, we know New Orleans have defensive flaws. I would definitely look at either a game stack here or try to find a way to get Julius in your lineup. But yeah, this is my target game. It's the highest total game on the slate. Very stackable, very, very stackable. Some of the good guys on this game are low price. You know what I'm saying? Some great bench options. Oh, one more thing too. Check out him, Diallo. Another great value. We know New Orleans has played 3 games in 3 nights. Key thing here, look at the minutes. He's been averaging 20 minutes the last 3 games. 20 minutes. At his price for 20 minutes, he's been giving you 25, 28, and 22. Almost a double-double in 2 games. So I feel like he's a great value. I'm going to definitely check him out, see if I, if I need some value down low. I can definitely see me using him because I know they're going to want to, with this being the 3rd game in 3 nights, I know he's going to at least see 20 minutes again. So definitely check out Chuck Diallo if you get a chance. Now we're going to do a segment I call Target Offense, which are teams that have the best matchups for as their opponent tonight. Now, if you're wondering where I get this from, like I told you on the last video, when you sign up for Roto Grinders, you can get a 30-day trial. They have an article called First Look, and then First Look, they have a chart where they just they break down all the DVPs, and the target offenses for me are the ones in blue. Blue means they have a great matchup. So today, the first team we're gonna look at for a target offense is the Sacramento Kings. Now, the Kings are they make me nervous, man, because their coach, he's just all around with the matchups, with the lineups, with the minutes. He's all around. One game a dude might get 30 minutes, the next game he might get 20. So with them, you never know, man. So be careful when you target these Kings. But from a matchup perspective, Willie Cauley-Stein, the Hawks are ranked 28th against centers. We know he can definitely provide 30 points, especially at home. So if you need a center and you want to spend low, definitely check out Willie Cauley-Stein. Next matchup for the Kings is the point guard position. De'Aaron Fox. It's going to be a point guard battle, him and Dennis Schroeder. I wouldn't mind playing Fox. This is another stackable game. All players in this game are cheap, and it could potentially be a shootout. Just with 2 bad teams, going head up with young guys, it definitely and a close spread. So it definitely has the looks of a shootout, close game. He hasn't really went 6 times X. He's giving you like 4 times and 5 times value, but at 5,900, you definitely gotta give him a look. With the Hawks being ranked 27th against guarding the point guards, so that's definitely somebody else I'm interested in. The other 2 positions that you can target the Kings on is small forward and power forward. Now, small forward, I'm not even gonna go over because that position switches up every night. So you do your own research on that. They got Justin Jackson starting, but we have to wait until 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock to see who they really going with, because that's a position, the small forward position, that they always switch up. But what I need y'all to listen to is the power forward position. Now, Zach Randolph is questionable. He has some type of illness he's dealing with, and the Hawks ranked 27th in the league against the power forward position. So with Zach Randolph going through what he's going through, we know Skal has been getting a lot of starts when either Randolph or Willie Cauley-Stein is sitting. So I would definitely take a look at Skal Labissiere or whatever his name is. I'm not good with pronunciation, but he's a young dude that can hit value or give you 6 times X, as we see he did it against New York and Utah. And if he get to start today against the Hawks at home, I definitely like him, man. The last couple games he's been a little inconsistent, but don't let that bother you. All it takes is one good matchup, one good game for you to get that money, and that's all we need. So definitely stay out on that news. Hit up Fantasy Labs NBA Twitter page. Stay up with the injury news, because if Zach Randolph is out, we're going to definitely want to slide Skal Labissiere in that power forward position. Okay, that just about do it for the Kings. Our next target offense is Philly. Philadelphia is coming off a back-to-back, going off. They in the back end of a back-to-back going against Orlando. To me, with Philly, it's pretty simple. Either you go Embiid or Simmons for as the studs, and you can also mix in some Saric and some Redick too. But when it comes to target offense, the matchup wise is Ben Simmons. The Orlando Magic are 29th ranked in the NBA against defending the point guard. So this is a great matchup for Ben Simmons. I might try to squeeze him in a couple lineups just because you can't deny the matchup. And it's a back-to-back, so we don't know if Embiid won't play. That's more news. If Embiid is out, I'm definitely getting some Ben Simmons in my lineup, but Ben Simmons has actually been performing well. We see 2 50-point games against Charlotte and Brooklyn at home. Now, this is a road game, and sometimes during this year in the road games, Ben Simmons has faded, but I don't think he'll do that tonight. I think he comes through. It's a playoff race going on. They want to finish strong, and I think a lot of teams are going to keep their rotations tight and give him they starters the minutes. We see he only needed to play 25 minutes against Memphis last night, so that's a good sign. He's not coming off a long game where he logged in a lot of minutes. So we definitely can get some Ben Simmons in tonight with knowing that he should see 30 minutes tonight. Definitely. Next up, we have Saric, which is just another good source, another solid player. He's had trouble the last couple games, but hey, this is the NBA, guys. When you look at game logs, don't get discouraged. Dude's gonna have good slumps. Dude's gonna have bad slumps. It's all about today's game and today's matchup. I wouldn't have no problem with fitting him in there. He's only 6,000. He has the capability of giving you 40 points. But the only thing that makes me nervous about this is that Aaron Gordon's back for Orlando. So if Aaron Gordon was out for Orlando, I would be a little hesitant. I would definitely be on Saric, but with Aaron Gordon back, then that kind of makes the defensive matchup a little tougher. So I would definitely look at Saric, but he's not a must play. He's not a must play. And last but not least, JJ Redick. Now we know JJ Redick is really just a 3-point shooter. He doesn't really fill up no other categories, but Orlando right now has 2 shooting guards out. Evan Fournier, the starter, he's out, probably out for the season. And then the dude they moved to shooting guard, Jonathan Simmons, he's listed as doubtful right now. So they're down 2 shooting guards. That could be a position to attack. 5,200, he doesn't cost that much. But the only thing is he has to get hot from 3 to really hit value for us, because he doesn't really give us a source of rebound and assist, steals, or blocks. But if he can get 4 threes, 4 to 5 3 makes from the 3-point line, that would definitely help us out and definitely help him hit value. And he's a sneaky play at shooting guard. If you don't want to spend up at shooting guard, definitely give JJ Redick a look. And that's gonna wrap it up today, man. Hope y'all have a good night, win some money, and comment below. If y'all feel like this DFS stuff is helping y'all, comment below. Let me know. I want to build a community with this, man. I want to play some people. We can get some tournaments going, and we can just, we can get better together, man. This gonna be the #1 independent DF site. Mark my words.